Hello everybody, Attack Power here with Game 1 between Mimile and Mr. Ghosty in the August monthly tournament. Let's dive right in here to Slutsk, just Slutsk. And on the left, in the red, we have Mr. Ghosty playing Group Feyukina on Maverick Income. And on the right in the blue, we have Mimile playing 20th Panzergrenadier, also on Maverick Income. Let's dive right in here to the decks. Group Feyukina, a division we've seen a little bit here and there. Definitely a solid, I'd put it high B tier, low A tier division. Really depends on the map. So in terms of this division, you get a nice recon tab with some good snipers. I mean, they're snipers, and BA-10s, and BA-10s are always great. Your infantry tab is, I mean, it's solid. It's not phenomenal. You have Strelky DTs, which are basically Molotov Strelkys with 2 DT machine guns. So they do pretty good at the mixed roll thing, but they're not like phenomenal at either. It's one of those hybrid infantry. You know, it is what it is. Your tank tab has MCHAs and T-3485s, which is definitely not a bad mix overall. Your support tab has lots of ISU-152s and SU-122s, which is pretty phenomenal since those are some of the best support weapons in the game. Your AT tab, pretty fantastic as well. You have the BS-3 100mm, the only division in the game to have the big Soviet AT gun. This thing's pretty phenomenal overall, and you get lots of ZIS-2s as well. Your A tab, really solid, 37 mils and 85 mils. Your RD, a little lackluster. Here we're only seeing the Su-76s and the 122s. There's not that much else to pick from other than mortar stuff. Your air tab, I feel like you have more than this, but Mr. Ghosty's only bringing the IL-2M, and this, I'm pretty sure this is not the one with the AT, so this is just bombs coming in. On the other side here, 20th Panzergrenadier. A very fun division for the right map. Can be really rough if you're not using it on the right map. But yeah, definitely has its places here and there. I would not use it everywhere though, of course. So diving in here, we have a recon tab, just the Aufklär. Nothing wrong with that. Pretty standard to see that. Your infantry tab is basically standard German infantry. I mean, really nothing special at all. Nothing abnormal. Nothing. It's just a standard Axis infantry tab. Your tank tab is nice with all the Stug 4s. You get lots of Stug 4s, and then you get the Panzer 5.4, which is a Panzer turret on top of a Panther hull. Technically, it never turned in real life, but in this game it does. It's actually pretty phenomenal for its cost. Your support tab, really solid. You do get the BF Tiger P leader, the Tiger Porsche, which is awesome. Your AT tab is phenomenal, of course, with the Elephants, Jag Panzer 4s, Pak 40s. Your A tab, also phenomenal with Flak Panzers. He only has the T-34 variant one. Bunch of artillery here, SK-18s, both 105s and 150s. And then finally, a pretty light air tab here with no fighters and just some Ju-87s and stuff, but he's definitely not going to get punished for that. Let's dive right in here, and I apologize if you notice any drop in quality of audio or video. I'm traveling, so I've got the laptop and stuff instead of my usual rig. But off we go here. Both players on Maverick, so mirror income, no advantages there. Neither player doing anything super aggressive here. Yeah, it does look like Mimile going for a push down the center. And Mr. Ghosty surprisingly light up north, although it should be enough to stop what's coming. Unless that Slutsk can get in, but that 45 mils get unload pretty early, so it should be pretty safe. Double Focke-Wulf 58 coming through. A little bit of flying recon here for Mimile. Been seeing this a lot lately, actually. A lot of air recon lately. I feel like air recon comes in and out of the meta. At some points, it's like everyone uses it all the time, like it's almost like a must, and then other times, you barely see it. Maxim unloaded at kind of an awkward position, really kind of just should be here. 45 mil did find the Ersatz and kill the Stolz, so nice kills there for Mr. Ghosty to hold off Mimile's early push here. MCHA's wasting their 50 cal ammo, which is really annoying. I almost feel like they should patch that out so Shermans and, I mean, all the random vehicles with that stuff, it's just so annoying that they're constantly shooting at the sky. And you can't even put them on attack move order because they'll, you know, stop. Strelky DT getting overwhelmed pretty quick by the Panzergrenadiers. Again, they're good. They're good infantry, certainly better than a lot of other options, but they're also not phenomenal. I don't know. I just don't like hybrid infantry. I feel like they never do well at anything, and therefore end up sucking at everything. Panzer 5, 4 on the hill already. Doing some nice support here. MCHA staying just out of range of that. Moving in to hit that Panzergrenadier and stuff. It will dominate in these areas. Down south, Strelky DT holding off the Ersatz. I'm not a big fan of Stolz either, but they're a necessary evil in this division. You need more CQC. They're just like very underwhelming. Shulky DTC getting pushed out of the woods simply by some flamers and another infantry unit. It's not like they're holding off on their own. 37 mil coming in, but it's going to be a little late to stop that Ju-87, which is already in for the bombing run on the Su-122, but that does kind of dodge out of the way. It took a little damage, but nothing super significant. Panzer V does find the MCHA here. I don't think Mr. Ghosty has noticed, and his MCHA has no chance of killing that at range. If he doesn't move it, it's going down. Yeah, if these were available to every division, like a whole bunch of other Axis divisions, oh my god, it would be so good. Like, it's just such a actually a very good tank for 90 points. Ju-87 was still floating around. I'm not 100% sure why, but it will be safe because the 37 mil will switch targets. Remember, your AA will always fire at the lowest stress target. Did take out that recon, though. It'll always fire at the lowest stress target. So if there's two planes in the sky, it's going to shoot the plane with the lower stress. So it's going to switch targets all the time. So you have to be very careful, especially if there's a high-value target you really want to kill. Make sure you actually target it to kill it. Now, Mimile's push here in the middle going really, really well. We've seen this several times on Slutsk. It's one of the only ways to get a big early lead. A lot of times, you see fighting focus down here because if, blue gets this hill, I mean, that's kind of game over because you now control everything over the town. But it's such a slog. Like, it really is really hard to actually do that. This is actually a lot more realistic because red has to have two awkward reinforcement routes. You can cut off the one really easily. The other one's a little harder to cut off unless you put something like... It's just harder. I mean, you can put something here, cut off pretty well. You see Erzatz pouring in here. Avtos and such. Yeah, and you have to, like, manually bring your troops in to have them come down this way. Otherwise, they go down this road all the time. And that's a disaster. Zis-2 moving in, go after that Panzer V. But the Panzer V in a perfect place here. Covered off from this specific forest. It's just top-level play. I know it seems minor, and people are going to be like, well, who cares? But this is what makes top-level players top-level players. Their stuff, if they're going to leave something somewhere, is just so perfectly placed that it's so hard to get at it that you have to expend way more resources than you would expect to expend because of it. 37 mil holding off that Ju-87. Ju-87s can be absolutely devastating if there's no AA cover. We saw right at the beginning that early bombing, they have a huge bomb loadout for their cost. It's actually insane how big it is. But they have to do that big loop-de-loop, and they're very fragile. So once AA comes out, they're useless. But before that, they can be quite devastating. I mean, so far, Mimile definitely at advantage right now. Even not only in ground, but in trades as well. These chunky DT just not holding up. Panzer V, 4 here, repositioning. We're just going to call it a Panzer IV because it really is a Panzer IV at the end of the day, just with some more armor. But, I mean, if Panzer IV had more armor, it'd be so good. So Mimile, well, I guess he saw the I'm not sure how he saw the Panzer IV move, but I guess he did because now he's bringing in reinforcements down this road. And it definitely wasn't an accident, so... He's going to try to position his Zis-2 here, chuck down the road, and it'll also cover off the edge of this hill. Mimile can really bully the whole area with this middle hill. It's one of those underappreciated things about this map. You can like, totally control the map from this middle hill from both sides, really. MCHA took a big hit from the Pack 40 there. Pack 40 already backing up. Assault gun finds the Slutsk troop. Avtos flying in. Deuce get the surrender. Panzer IV moving up, though. I know, I'm just going to keep saying it because I can't help it now. MCHA, of course, doesn't have a chance trying to get out of line of sight. It does not take some penetration there. Avtos should easily win this fight against the Erzatz. MCHA should be able to tear through these Panzergrenadiers and stuff. Pack 40 did have to get repositioned here. Sniper coming in to give some recon. You definitely need that. When you kind of lose ground, you have to like start over. Set up recon first, figure out what you're dealing with, and then start to move forward. But Mr. Ghosty is doing a wonderful job here of capturing both these flags back. Assault gun is going to put a little HE damage on this. It's nothing significant, and he's going to lose the assault gun for it. Probably not the best use, but it is what it is. IG-33 looking for the town, I assume? Oh, yeah. That Zis-2 is very much dead. It's so exciting to see top-level play. It's just like everything they do, they counter another thing someone else did. It's just so good. We now see a 105 SK-18. These can be deadly accurate. With recon, with radio, they're disgustingly good. Without it, they're still a very efficient artillery piece. Not sure if that Ju-87 will get out. He's already lost one. Looks like it will get away today. Nope, just kidding. I said it. It was literally the last shot. It's because I said something. Sorry. Sorry, Mimile. But now the SKT-18 with radio is going to hit this 37mm. It's going to be devastating. Now, the thing is, he doesn't have that much air stuff. So, like, it's one of those things, you know, your automatic reaction is always kill AA. It's just like, you see AA, you kill AA. That's what you do. But, I mean, honestly, sometimes there's times where it's not worth killing the AA. Like, I mean, I guess if he has no other target, but Jagdpanzer IV finding that MCHA on the run, trying to stay away from this Panzergrenadier. It's basically out of 50 cal because of the stupid airplanes it shot at for 20 minutes. 37mm still up over here on the hill. 37mm taking tons of damage from that SK-18. It might go down here. Next shot gonna do it? Yes, it will. Oh my god, those things with radio, so freaking good. Strelky tried to get after the Flak Panzer, but these things absolutely eviscerate infantry. Now you might think, why don't you just use an SDKZ-71 like that? Because the SDKZ has no armor. So it gets absolutely shredded by infantry. But this has plenty of armor. And can take 2 hits. So, pretty darn good. This 2 also getting caught in the fire here. Salka once again going after the Panzer IV-5. Not great. Zis 2 finds the Jagdpanzer IV on the hill, but it's not going to kill it. The Zis 2 is a deadly AT gun, but if you actually look at its stats, it's only got 120 millimeters of penetration, which is actually pretty lackluster in terms of like medium AT. It's fast rate of fire that makes it really good. It's as fast as a Rashisa. Zis 2 trying to get out of range of that IG-33 in time. Maxim coming in to defend now. So IG-33 has been pretty devastating. Panzergren could easily jump out and kill this MCHA, and it might at some point. I wouldn't be surprised. Zis 2 finding the Panzer IV on the hill. Can it finish it off finally? Nope, it's going to live to fight another day. Panzerschreck coming in for that MCHA. That's going to be taking that down. So far, Mimile seems to be in control of this fight. DT machine gun, DT Strelky versus Stolstrup. DT should win. They're just the chunkier squad. SU-122 here going to definitely make that a win. And the 2-on-1, of course, going to absolutely devastate. Down it goes. Back up north here. MCHA backing up just in time. I'm not sure. He must have seen the Panzerschreck. The MCHA should be able to easily hold all this off. Needs to try to recapture this Panzergrenadier. He's got 2 assault guns in position. When the PaK-40 moves into position here, it's in for a nasty surprise. Strelky DT do successfully kill the infantry op, and now there's just Stug 4 on the hill, and that's going to be a bit of a problem. There's nothing here immediately to kill that. And now the sniper and OB is going to open... They're not OBs, sorry. I'm just calling them assault guns. They're not assault guns. I'm sorry. I know. They're infantry guns. The infantry guns. Apologies. The infantry guns easily kill off that PaK-40. A nice kill there for sure. Just heard something big. Boom. MCHA goes down there. That was inevitable, really. SK-18 doing lots of work. And here comes the Tiger Porsche. That's fun. That unit is so good. This division just has a couple, like, I wouldn't call them wonder weapons because they're absolutely not. They're actually like Frankenstein weapons that the Germans put together. But in-game, they're kind of wonder weapons because they just function so freaking well. Like, this thing wasn't actually functionable in the war, so, like, the fact it's so good in the game is kind of misleading. Infantry guns finally finish off that Panzergren. Might be able to recapture his flag, although the troops on the hill might stop that from happening. Definitely needs... He does have a commander. Wow. Mr. Ghosty bringing in the Commander T-3485. And this is a 1944 variant. I kind of thought they were... I always think they're 43s. The leader ones are usually 1943s, but here we see a 44 variant. Big deal here for that 2K range. Strelky DT will lose the Panzergrens all day long. We do see normal Strelky coming in, which, you know, are underwhelming, comparatively speaking, to their double machine gun brethren. Avtos do get into the woods here. Avtos are going to get a big buff here in the coming DLC with the shock crate, so that should be pretty good for them. They need it. The Panzer V took some sort of hit, probably from the Zis 2, I'd assume, but took some bad crits there. So one more hit and that'll go down. But Mimile's still on the 1311 and holding strong. See if Mr. Ghosty can claw his way back into this game. He's working hard to. The Sherman can definitely pen the Panzer V at this range. Even with the up armor, it happens all the time. I've been interested to see players using the SU-122 really aggressively lately. It's pretty lightly armored, but the gun is absolutely devastating. And of course, with the heat shell, you can insta-kill tanks. So if you do run into something at close range, truthfully, you have a good chance of killing it. Flak Panzer, though, finding the Strelky. Oh, good lord. Oh, my god. Just gone. Wow. That was devastating. I'm just wasting her bullets. Oh, my god. Please patch that, Eugen. I beg you. Oh, and also not more importantly, but another small side note. If you are a pro player or even just an average player and you play in tournaments and you want me to cast your games, one way to help convince Attack Power to cast your games is stop putting stupid names where it should be your name, because that's really annoying for the caster. So please, Mr. Ghosty, use your real name, or at least the name you signed up for the tournament for, so I know who's playing, because it is so obnoxious having to look through all the game files to find out who the person is that's actually playing the game, because you guys feel the need to change your names constantly for no freaking reason. Thank you. Wow, the MSHA bounced on that Flak Panzer. You have got to be kidding me. Wow, okay. I mean, I would be rage spittling right now. Oh, MSHAs, why? Why do you fail? Panzer 5-4 still alive. Now the Flak Panzer will be able to absolutely bully anything in this woods that tries to poke his head out. That was pretty bad luck. ISU 152 finally coming in. We're now into B phase. A couple minutes here. Both players with their maximum income. ISU 152 finding that IG 33 on the hill. Should be able to easily beat that. And Mimile successfully, Mr. Ghosty successfully pressing Mimile off of this hill here. Big deal there, because that means this flag is kind of his for the rest of the game. It's pretty tough to get back in here. All he's got to do is throw some sort of AT here and some sort of HE, and getting back into this hill is extremely resource intensive. Here is the Tiger. We're going to call it the Beef Tiger. It is not. I know it's the BEF Tiger. Don't worry. I understand. But I'm going to say that anyway because it's easier to say. SU-85 going to go down here in glorious fashion. Down he goes. No chance there. Again, the lack of things like a Panzer truck or something really rough. Now, as the ISU, it is ground attacking, so that's why it's landing some good shots here. Already just sticking on that 85 mil, trying to keep that longer range support gone. I don't think that's for the sake of AA killing. I think that's for the sake of killing something long range, support-wise. IG-33 on the hill again. Feels like these assault guns should be able to do it, but that one's going to go down first, the IG-33. Oof. And did this ISU-152 die? No, that's an SU-85. Oh, it's right there. It's still alive. Panzerschreck goes down, which means the MCH is pretty safe now. Well, but here comes the Stug 4, which is going to be a tough nut to crack. Sturm Pioneers coming into the woods. There's a whole lot of Strelky DTs and Avtos, so we'll see how this one goes. Not sure who wins this. It kind of depends on where the Molotovs end up. And the Molotovs all got targeted on one unit, which means that this Sturm Pioneer will probably do quite well. Assault guns trying to kill off this tank. Not great. T-30-45s with 1943s do have the APCR, which means they can pen 180 millimeters, but this does have 170, so at range, that's a big ask. That's a big, big ask. 37 finally gets a hold of that recon plane. That was definitely an issue. He does win the forest battle here, but the Flak Panzer here are going to take out the Avtos and probably the Strelky SV DTs as well. Underrated weapon in this division, this thing. It just so good. So good. BS-100 in. I don't get to see these used very often, but that can absolutely kill that Tiger. Oh, and the APCR finding some side shots. Oh, but the Jagdpanzer 4's here. Will it save the day? Gun jam on the Jagdpanzer 4. Oh, no. The ZIS-2 coming in clutch. Mimile about to lose a huge tool. Not only the fact it's the Tiger, it's his commander. Another penetration. He's targeting the commander to try to get it back. I don't know why he's doing that. Now there's a fallback on the transmission damage. He can barely move that freaking thing. I mean, that BS is going to pen it eventually. Oh. Will it get another shot off? It does. Oh, and the Tiger goes down. Oh, the leader commander Tiger down in a ball of fire, and it barely did anything. ZIS-2 going to go down to the IG-33. Consolation prize, I would not say equal to the loss of that Tiger commander. Whew, Mimile with a big lead so far, ticket-wise, too. Continue to hold on to this flag, and he is actually poking his head back into this area. There's a lot of troops here, though. Going to be tough. T-34-85 now can bully that IG-33 off of the hill. MCHA moving in. It looks like the Panzer IV-5 went down as well. Looks like the 85 mil caught a hold of it. Or perhaps the ISU-152 with its never miss 30% accuracy. It's the classic misses 30% of the time, 100% of the time. Or wait, hits 100% of the time, 30% of the time. It's like, what? Don't you mean it just hits all the time? Basically, yeah. Oop. Little ground attack, keep that MCHA safe. But is there a Panzerschreck here? There's not. There's a Panzerfaust on this Panzergrenadier. Nope, MCHA gonna run. Ghosty playing really nicely, trying to get back in here. Mimile making it really tough. Is this bigger already now? Ooh, yeah, that's an SK-150. Oh, yeah, 2 of them. And we see a line of T-34-85s coming in. They're just getting some unfortunate HE damage right now. Feels like he may need a little more recon, though. These tanks going in a little bit blind. Pack 40 getting into a dangerous spot. Might be able to take some of these T-34s out. Oh, but just kidding. They spot it. And the Pack 40 takes a faceful. Oh, and it goes down to the ISU-152. Can't miss, won't miss. You know it. Now, the question is, will Mimile's investment into artillery win him the game long term? Because remember, this is Maverick Mir. I mean, he's got a good lead, but we're a long ways away from this game being over. Strelky DT pouring in. He's finally officially getting back into here, Mr. Ghosty, to capture this flag. But Mimile's recaptured this one, so we're still at a 12-12. My goodness. Already coming after that BS 100 mil, but the thing is, the Tiger's already down, and there's only one elephant in the deck, and here it is. So there's really not many other targets left for that BS to be going after. I mean, the BS can kill this thing. It's a struggle, and it definitely needs to get closer, but it can. But there's really no air power to do it. It's really up to the BS 100s to kill this elephant. That or another really nice flanking play. Ghosty being really ballsy here with his commander. The fight over this forest continues. Strelka DT getting back into these woods here now. MCHA finding the Ersatz. Strelka DT actually thankfully not wasting their Molotov on this Ersatz trooping. T-34-85's pushing deep. Mr. Ghosty wasting no time. This ISU-152 has just been pivotal in getting back on this hill. These things are just so good. They are. They're just so freaking good. One of the best Soviet weapons. 3 Stug 4s coming in now. Now, the thing is, these at closer range absolutely trade up against the T-34-85. But at longer range, the T-34-85 tends to do better. Panzerschreck, though, going to pick up a T-34-85 over here. Ooh. That's kind of on Mr. Ghosty playing a little bit too aggressive, most likely, with his armor. He's really got no recon here with it. He's now backing up. Strelka DT should win this. Maybe not, though. Maybe. Yep, there it is. There's the burst from the submachine gun. Sorry about that. Messing with some audio things. Like I said, on the move right now. T-34-85 did stay alive. Already coming down for the hill now to allow Mimile to continue to hold this flag. Again, it really comes down. I mean, he's not... Okay, he moved... He targeted all kind of... Wow, there's 2 T-34-85s on this hill now, too. It's going to make it tough to get back on there. I mean, a Panzerschreck would be the only way, but I actually think he's running out of Panzerschrecks. He's called in several. And I forget what was in the deck, but I'm assuming it's just the usual A-phase card. Mimile with this massive blob of Stugs pushing up north, and there's really nothing to stop him. Some Strelky SVT coming into the center. But this push from Mimile might be backbreaking here for Mr. Ghosty. We're now into C phase, which means both players are now short on points. This T-34-85, did it take a pen? Oh yeah, it took a serious pen from something. The Stug 4? Yeah, this Stug 4. Let's see who wins this. The T-34-85 should definitely come out the victor here. Yeah, it gets the first penetration, and the Stug 4 will struggle to even pen it. Although they got one on this. Maybe it was a side shot. Wow, that Stug 4 didn't land a single hit. That's very frustrating. Oh, but there's a Pack 40 here. Perfectly placed. Picks up the side shot on the T-30-45. Might get another one. Oh, it bounces. Already coming down to support. Will make those T-34s more inaccurate. Down goes one. Oh, that's a big kill. It may allow this Stug 4 to just pop up and kill this, but you have to remember hill depression and all that crap. T-30-45 engages the elephant. I don't think that's on purpose. The elephant's going to absolutely just destroy that. And it is a double-star elephant. Misses its second shot. These infantry still just struggling to get on this hill. T-34... Oh, yep, down the T-34 goes. The commander did push forward, so now these are triple-star. They do much better at carving through those infantry, but the north is popped open. Infantry and Stug 4s coming forward. There's not a lot... I mean, he called in a crap ton of T-34s, and he doesn't have that many. Like, it's not like he's flush with T-30-45s. He has 2 cards of them, and they're vetted a bit, so... I don't know if he's got T-34s to counter this Stug push. Mimile, on the other hand, has plenty of Stugs to spare. Already coming down everywhere now. Countering this 122. Should be able to win that pretty easily. Here comes the Panzergrenadiers. The Panzergrenadier DP, one of the special things about this infantry tab. The only special thing, I should say. 20-point double machine gun infantry. Very few of those in the game exist, so quite solid, actually. I mean, they're DP machine guns, but 2 of them is still 2 of them. Su-122 in a lot of danger from this Pack 40. Does get a shot off, but goes down in the process. Kills the IG-33, which is a really nice pickup, actually. That 2K HE is devastating. The Su-152 now moving up. Try to take out that Pack 40. Mimile's suddenly under a lot of pressure here. I mean, it's basically because he poured every point he has into the north. And Mr. Ghosty's under a lot of pressure there. Mimile currently on a 13-11. But down south, things looking a little dangerous for him. It's Pack 40 struggling to penetrate. That T-30-45 Stug 4 still standing strong. And here comes the Arty. Ouch, ouch. We have an Su-76 in the 122 doing the work. And there's no retreat here from Mimile. He does not see it happening. Pack 40 goes down. Triple Stug 3 going after the 85 mil. 85 does get a penetration, but should go down now, and down it goes. AT has been killed. Here comes Su-85, ISU-152, and a BS-3 100 mils. So that might be able to stop this blob of Stugs. We'll see. But now he's pushing for this flag as well. Mimile holding on to his 1311. This flag should be his once this Zis-2 is dead, but this Zis-2 probably is going to take a Stug with him. Oh, down one Stug goes. Mimile being super aggressive here, and here's the ISU-152. Can't miss, won't miss, folks. The ultimate power in the universe. An ISU-152. So it landed its first shot. Actually missed. Oh my god. Everyone, we saw it happen. But now the Zis-2 will help finish that off. Mr. Ghosty on the attack. Mimile's big gambit here did pay off flag-wise, but so far it's not paying off in the trade department. Finally, this patch of woods held. Sorry, I don't have the deck list up in front of me anymore, but I don't think either player flush with infantry, although I thought Mimile had more. But down south, this could be absolutely devastating. If this ersatz gets discovered, all of this falls to Mr. Ghosty. Stug 4 has no chance against the almighty ISU-152. And down the Stug 4 goes the Su-85, actually. Maybe it was the BS. It doesn't matter. It's dead. Commander, just... There it is. Elephant is still alive. Okay. Worked its way over to here. Try to take out this T-30-45. I'm not sure this artillery has been paying off, really. I mean, it's taken out a couple things. I don't feel like it's swinging the game in any way. Jagdpanzer 4 in a little bit of danger here from this BS 100 millimeter. Here comes the Jagdpanzer, though, looking for the commander, but the commander's going to get away just in time. Oh, Jagdpanzer 4 goes down to the can't miss, won't miss ISU-152 max range shot. Y'all saw it here. 30% accuracy, my yes. Stug 4 goes down. Ooh, T-34, 85. Tried to take out the commander. Commander cannot be stopped. And now even Mimile's northern push here looking very tenuous. Reinforcements pouring in, more Stug forwards and infantry. But he's got like nothing down south. He lost this flag. The Ersatz were discovered. MG42 did stay alive to at least hold that flag. Some reinforcements coming in. What a game. We see this a lot with pro games where it's like one side, like each side takes a side. Because as one player pours points into a single flank, the other player immediately strikes back on the other side. They don't hesitate. They don't try to trade or anything. They just overwhelm. Already coming down nicely here now. Oh, these infantry are so very dead. Boom. Already is fighting that BS. It's coming up a little short. Flag successfully recaptured. Mimile back on a 13 limit. We have to remember, too, there's a 50-minute time limit here. So Mimile can hold on to his ticket lead. He could still pull this out, but I feel like the trades are really not going well right now. Like, really, really poorly. He lost a lot of tanks there. He's burned through a lot of infantry. He's, of course, in a very tenuous spot down here. He's trying to get value out of his arty, but these ISU 152s are just devastating. Might need to consider repositioning the Elephant into a position over here to start clearing out some of this stuff. I mean, there's so many targets here. Now even the Ersatz in the town getting pressured, and all they are Ersatz. Oh, yeah. Oh, very nice from Mr. Ghosty here, exploiting that weakness in the town. Already finding different targets now, going after that SU-76 a little bit. Stug 4's in. ISU 152 out of HE. Elephant finding something. Just infantry. T-34-85 also finding... Oh, these Sturm Pioneer infantry really can't suffer to lose these. Wow. T-34 missing twice. Jagdpanzer IV finding some infantry to bully. Obviously, that's not what you're bringing them in for, but 88 would be good except for this ISU 152, which can easily crush it. Although the Jagdpanzer IV can pop forward and hit that, so maybe he'll pick up a positive trade here. Mr. Ghosty doesn't usually leave opportunities like that, though. Wow, T-34-85 went down to the Jagdpanzer IV, so nice kill there, giving Mimile control of the south again. Jagdpanzer IV still just bullying infantry. Sturm Pioneer gets spotted. Stug 4s are now up on the hill. What's he planning to go after? I mean, these tanks, but they're pushing really far forward now. Su-85 finding the Jagdpanzer IV. Mimile wants none of it. Falls back immediately. His infantry being overwhelmed in the town. Does catch out the Avtos, but the Sapperty are getting in. MG42 coming in. T-34-85 still in a very cheeky position. Finds that MG42. T-34-85 combat just pushing forward. There's the 88. Will it land the hits? It's stressed. It's very stressed. Misses its first shot. Misses the second. Just needs to land one and pen. Oh, it misses all three. Oh. I feel like after 3 shots, things should hit. That's just always like my assumption. So when things miss 3 shots in a row, I just find it to be like, oh, wow, that's horrible luck. Now, it did start stressed. 100% understand that, but feels bad when something missed 3 times. Stug 4's pushing on the hill here. Su-85 immediately getting a loader wounded, and down it goes. Oh, no. Mimile's not catching a break right now. He's losing tanks left and right. Bailout. Wow, this is the most epic Su-85 I've ever seen in my life. Mimile's still on the 13-11 though, but there's still 20 minutes left. And these bad trades, I think, are starting to pile up a little bit. He's looking extremely thin. What I have to assume is his final Panzergrenadier moving in. But that'll immediately die to the Strelke DT here. BF-109 attempted a bombing strike, but the 37 mil is still alive here. Now getting hit by Artie, but I think that was the Su-76 that was going after. The Su-76 did die. So successful counter battering there, but he might lose BF-109. It's a big investment at this point in the game. And it does get away, but it's going to be out for quite a while. Munitions, he's out of those. He's got some over here. He needs to bring up his other one, as in get it firing again. Jagdpanzer IV finds a side shot on the Su-152. An epic day. Should be able to finish it off easily, and it does. ISU-152 goes down. That's a big kill, but this Panzergrenadier going to get pushed out here in a 1311. Will get picked up here by Mr. Ghosty any second. Mile's hold right now is tenuous, to say the least. Already going after just this pile of tanks. I mean, if he lands a hit in the combat, he gets rid of all this veterancy, which is definitely an issue. Panzergrenadier finally go down. Flag flipped. Mr. Ghosty on, I think, one of his first 1311s of the game. Is Elephant just, like, not doing anything? I mean, I guess it's holding these T-30-45s in position, but I feel like it could be used somewhere else. Yeah, the Panzergrenadier did go down. Flak Panzer finds the Avto. Oh my god, just instantly wrecks it. Artie takes out the commander. So there you go. Already doing the work. There's still an ISU-152 here, but it's out of HE. It only has AP at this point. This one is the same issue. I don't think he has any more. He had 4, and we saw one down here at some point. I don't think it swung all the way up. I think at some point it might have died. And the Flak Panzer takes out the MCHA! Oh my goodness, this thing! This thing is so much! Thank goodness more Axis divisions do not have this, because my god, that would be disgusting. Already now all back online, going after the BS, and it's going after, well, the armor. One armor's already dead, though, so it's just going after this ISU and the BS. Killing the BS obviously would be huge. He has 4 of those, so we've seen 1 die here. There's 1 here, and there's 1 down there, so there should be 1 left in the reinforcement pool. Mr. Ghosty on the 1311, but he's got a long way to go. He's got 15 minutes, though. But if Mimile can stop the tick in any way, his chances of victory go down significantly. Both these players, though, should be kind of running on empty. I doubt there's many more T-30-45s, if any. We do see a whole crap ton of infantry coming in. Yeah, Mr. Ghosty's been... He's been pretty conservative in his... He's been conservative in his infantry call-ins. Now, the Elephant moves, and immediately the T-30-45 hops forward. I don't know if he, like, saw it or how he did. I guess the commander there, the leader. BS killing off the Panzergrenadiers there. The Recon now is able to freely float about. Panzergrenadiers running into these Strelki, and even though Panzergrenadiers aren't good at CQC, they're still better than Strelki. Well, actually, they're not. I lied. No, Strelki are pretty bad. And 2-on-1 should help them out a lot. Unless that ISU... No. Ooh, big hit by the Artie there on the BS. Nice hit. I mean, the Artie's definitely having an effect. I mean, that investment's doing something. Elephant moving back in to a new position here, but a huge push coming into the town. There's a little to hold it off, but not a lot. Mimile in some danger there. Mr. Ghosty in some danger up north. His units really got broken down here. Like, he's out of, like, all his HE support. The ISU-152 is all out of ammo. Which means they're actually quite vulnerable. I don't think anything's gone down over here. Elephant now in a position to support. I think he spotted the T-30-45. He did. Hit on that. If he can finish that off, that's a big force multiplier removed. And there it is. Okay, so the Elephant's going to be out of HE ammo. It does have a machine gun, so I guess a little bit of support there. Panzergrenadier coming in, that T-30-45. My god, that thing has just been chilling there. 37 mil in to push off that recon that was giving radio, actually more importantly than anything. And a fresh wave of infantry pushing it up north. Goes Mr. Ghosty still on the 1311, though, holding on hard. If he holds on the rest of the game, I think he gets there. Recon goes down. Sniper's holding off the Panzergrenadiers. Now, a real Panzergrenadier in, except other than the Strelki DPs, which means this one's going to put out a lot more damage. He's holding on hard to that flag. Jagdpanzer IV moving into a supporting position. Mr. Ghosty, I think, is out of armor. I'd have to strongly suspect he is out of armor. I mean, we've seen a lot of T-34-85s in, but on the flip side, I think Mimile's almost out of Stugs as well. Might have a couple more Jagdpanzer 4s around. And this push is actually getting broken down. Flammenwerfer here going to die to the Saprides and the Dushka of the ISU-152. And this flag recapture on Mimile, stopping the tick. That's massive. But we do see ammo in now for this ISU-152. That's huge as well. Turning these back on is going to be absolutely devastating. They were essentially dead before, and now they're alive again. The BS did not die to that arty. 1 health, you know, it does it. But there is radio on this thing, so the artillery should be quite effective. Getting that leader in there is actually pretty huge. If you can get it, Yep, here comes the bombers. Can they get by, though? The 37 mil is not fully pinned. It's going to be inaccurate, so it... Oh, no. Gets a crit on the second BF-109. First one comes in, gets his bomb off. Went for a direct assault on the ISU-152. Kind of surprised. I'm surprised he didn't go for the bombing on the 37 mil. I guess he assumed the arty's going to do the job. Town fight not going well here for Mr. Ghosty. His infantry are just single machine gun units, so they're just not putting out the damage they need to overwhelm these Panzergrens. Artillery retargeted on the 37 mil, but the infantry push into the town here. Do successfully get in. BA-10's now in for support. 88 really can't move too far forward, otherwise it will fall victim to this newly revived ISU-152. More reinforcements coming in. Here comes more Stug forwards. I was wrong. Mimile's got more. 88. What's it? I don't know what it would see. Arty really not doing the job, honestly. It's not doing nearly as much as it needs to curb the forces of Mr. Ghosty right now. But we're about 10 minutes left in this game. And this is still anyone's. I mean, Mimile's obviously advantage right now. But I would say on map, Mr. Ghosty's got way more troops. The BS-3 also, by the way, is an indirect fire unit, so he can use this as artillery, which he is doing. Panzergrenadier needs to fall back. If he loses that, he loses the radio here in this position, and that would be devastating. I don't think Mimile has noticed. He has finally noticed, and he falls back just in time. Panzergrenadier dodged the T-34-85 for how cheeky this position is. It actually really has not paid off that much. He's picked up 2 units, which is more than 0, of course, but nothing like absolutely backbreaking. Strelki get pinned down before they can get in. Panzergren reinforcements successfully arrive. There's a lot of units pushing this hill now. Elephant still just chilling here. Panzergren goes down. Elephant, what's it doing? What is it doing? It's showing side armor is what it's doing. It takes a side shot. Oh, huge micro mistake here by Mimile. He doesn't even have HE, so I'm not sure what his plan was. Oh my god, he got so lucky he missed the second shot. And down the Elephant goes as Mimile tries to micro it back and shows side armor again. Oh no. And this 37 mil still has not died. 88's going to go down here any second. The infantry did get pushed off. Mr. Ghosty back on the 1311. 88 goes down. Big loss there. BA-10 pushing aggressively forward. The Stug forward's here, but it can't go any further forward. Otherwise, it'll get insta-sniped by the ISU or the 85 mil. BS now free to do whatever it wants. It's artying the Jagdpanzer 4. BF-109's coming in. There is AA down south and up north, but not so much in the center. So they will get their bombs off here in the center. Accidentally kills his own unit there. Ugh. I understand he thought it was going to die anyway, so he kind of just like suicided it, but does not look good in retrospect. Offclair gets spotted by the sniper. Now he loses that really important recon. And now his leader also gets spotted. Down that goes. Radio's out of action. Things are crumbling here for Mimile. Can he hold on? Still 8 minutes left to go. Flak Panzer finds the Saprides. He will absolutely wipe that out. I mean, they're at max range, so like it's a lot less effective than usual. But T-34-85 popping out. Will it kill that Flag Panzer? It will. The Flak Panzer finally goes down. Stug 4 misses its first shot. Double vet. That is disappointing, to say the least. And now the T-34 has the advantage. But nope, the Stug 4 does get the first penetration. Will it finish off that T-30-45? Hiya! Oh, and the Stug bounces and takes a penetration. Oh, no. And now, oh, and the Stug 4 bounces. Wow. Pioneer Fear now under pressure as well. He needs to fall back or he's going to lose that radio. ISU 152's in. I think it actually just missed. Maybe. Just kidding. No, it didn't. Death. Insta-death. $14-10 now for Mr. Ghosty, pushing forward. The Stug 4 desperately trying to hold the line. ISU 152 did not die. I thought it did. I got very excited. I love seeing them die. No, it's not an Axis bias. It's an ISU 152 hatred. That's what it is. Already takes out the leader. Going after that BS 100. Infantry push now into the town. One Strelky goes down in the transport, but he's going to lose his Alpha Claire recon. Mr. Mimile is losing all of his eyeballs right now, and that's actually pretty bad. Mr. Ghosty doing a general attack move forward, just looking for those flags here. He's getting pretty close, though. With 6 minutes remaining in this game. Can Mr. Ghosty hold on? I'm not sure he can. Already desperately trying to kill off that BS 100. I mean, already has clearly had an effect. It's been firing literally the entire game. But I don't think the effect has been significant enough, to be honest with you. SU-85 finding a side shot on that Stug 4, but the Stug 4 over here now seeing that one. Now the SU-85 can't decide. Stug 4 misses the first one, misses the second one. Wow, that's not even that far. That is frustrating. Mimile definitely getting some bad breaks here. But he does get the crew kill. And the ISU 152 is still alive. Keep thinking it's dead. Mimile holding him to a single tick. Oh my goodness gracious. Barely holding on to this flag here. Getting hit by the Maxim. Will the Maxims pin them down so the Strelky can surrender them in time? No, the Panzer IV saves the day. Panzer gonna get a pin there though. He's gonna lose that flag. I mean, the Strelky will eventually run into this Stug 4. The BS finally died. BF 109's in. But there is a fair bit of AA at this point. But one BF 109 still gets through. Tries to hop out. Doesn't really successfully hop out. Oh, what was that? Oh, the BS is over here. It didn't die. Wow, that thing's immortal. And the 15-9 is achieved by Mr. Ghosty. Will he have the time? Will he be able to hold it? Probably more importantly. If these Saparies go down, that flag might flip back. Something just died. The Stug 4, perhaps? Another T-30-45? I could have sworn these were all out. I mean, these Stug 4s are basically it. I mean, they're holding the line. Already coming down in the 85. 16-8 now for Mr. Ghosty. He now has the town. I think with the double tick, he's going to do it. I mean, unless he can capture his flag back. Strelky, the Grenadiers should see that. Should 100% see that, which is kind of weird. Well, the Stug 4 is just not in a position to shoot it, I guess. Is this one out of ammo? Yeah, it's out of HE. Infantry pouring in to try to save the day, but the BS is still here on the hill. It will take at least one of them. Oh, there's one. Will it take more than that? Oh, the infantry die in the transport, so they take a whole bunch of damage. ISU 152 pushing off those infantry. Another SK-18. Yeah, Mimile's out of stuff. He's calling in more arty at a point where obviously more arty is not useful. And Mr. Ghosty still has infantry left to spare. He has been very frugal with them. I gotta give him credit. With the support of the Panzer IV, the Panzergrenadier might win? It will. It will. Will that flag flip back? But it's 17-7. It doesn't really matter, actually. because now he's pushing to the center. Can the Stug 4s kill the T-30-45? No, the Maxim did get into this building. Oh, my goodness. I think Mr. Ghosty is just going to pull this one out. Maybe not. I mean, my eyeball math might be wrong. Stug 4 finding, I assume, his ammo. SK-18 being used as AT. Love it. Love it, love it. Zis 2 in for the Stug 4s. Oh, no. T-30-45 goes right down, though. 15-9. If he can bring it to a single tick, he still might be able to grab this one. Zis 2, though, on those Stugs, but the problem is, again, that Zis 2, its penetration values are a little lackluster, but it did take out the Stug 4. BF-109 in, gets the bombs off on that Zis 2, takes it down. Oh, and the flag flip's about to happen. Oh, the Panzergrenadier leader goes down. Is there any flag for Mimile to grab? I don't think so. What a freaking game. BF-109 trying to come in. 85 somehow survived all the many artillery strikes and such. Takes out the sniper. Surprised he didn't go for these forward strelky here. And there's the flip. There's the flippening. And Mimile surrenders. What a game, folks. If you guys didn't enjoy that one, you guys just don't enjoy Steel Division 2. 4,590 to 4,560. Wow, and it doesn't get much closer in trades. What a game. What a game. IS-2-152, absolute monsters. Proper usage of these will win you any game, honestly. Unless you're on, like, Cell. BS-100 did a ton of damage as well. Wow, 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 wow. Flak Panzer T-34, good lord. Just devastating. SK-18, wow, it did pick up a lot of stuff here. Yak Panzer IV, another SK-150. Yeah, okay, so I mean, his artillery was killing stuff. It would be very wrong to say it didn't do anything. Elephant did kill a whole bunch of things. It's not like that didn't... It paid itself off. I will give it credit for that. It absolutely paid itself off. The other 150, not so much. But yeah, wow. And if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.